Lily, I think you might have you some presents. That's I would say something smells good. That might be your vape right there. Your what's going on, everyone? Charlie checking in.
Erica checking in.
How'd you like that
Hi,
fake
guys.
little surprise that I had right there? I was like, oh, they're live. Oh, we're live. Yeah.
It
Nobody
takes a minute.
has responded yet, though. That's kind of awkward. But hey, it's cool anyway, man. We're just sitting here chilling, waiting for everyone to get up, man. We got the doors open, listening to the rain.
Yes.
Soothing on the
Kevin
soul.
Zerfus, first
nice
person
and
in. Hello,
relaxing.
Kevin.
Mr. Zerfus, thank you so much for joining. Wolfpack right there to you, brother. Thank you so much for always being there for us, bro. On today, World Mental Health Day. You know what I mean? Reach out to somebody that needs a friend or something, you know. And I just want to thank all of you guys for reaching out to me. You know what I mean? You know, in my darkest, at my lowest, you know what I mean? There were you guys, some of you guys anyway, not everybody. I would have to gain that trust from you, a lot of you all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, here we are today, and I was just thinking, you know, that man, life is just so awesome, you know, now compared to what it was, man. It's beautiful, and it's looking up, and it's thanks to me and Erica and all of you, man. It's a teamwork. It's a wolf pack. This is a pack effort. So everybody get in right here, huddle up,
Hugs.
Oh, wolf pack attack right there. Yeah. Anyway, Brenda Pika in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. It's now or never. It's now or never. That was Grandpa. I mean, that was Elvis, right? It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to
Elvis?
you. Yep. It's now or never. Miss Rebecca Spratling in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, Miss Shirley. Mr. Kennedy. I had to yell a little bit, but man, oh, that's got me going. What's going on, Hector Tube, Ronald Jenkins, Biggles Boggles, Ramen Empire, Joshua. Oh man, we got some. You're all piling in now. 63 of you. Wow, that's super cool, man. Liberty Hercules, it's now or never. Atman B, Diehard 666, Josh Glendenning, Liberty and Hercules.
We got Corey, Scott 426, Joe Rodriguez. Christian Shadrick Vlogs, welcome. Dan Wilson, Vancouver 420. Trevor Ryan, I need some glasses.
Yeah. Awesome. You got it. So you did a real good job. Yeah.
Well, I can read. I need to get closer, and then I'm like all in y'all's face.
That's a good thing, man. Get a nice close-up shot of some beauty.
How's that?
Right there for you, man. It's me, Jake. Jake is in the house. What's up,
Jake?
brother? G Corp. Michael McLeod, Sebastian Ibarra, 1989, Dave Cass, Pro Retro Hunter. What is up, brother? Dabs, Kevin Sheffield, PvP San. That sounds like some Japanese something like PvP San. And you come in with your dagger. I'll check it out. I got one too. Whoa, PvP San. Actually, this is what you use right here whenever you go to end it on yourself after you've messed up and you've done wrong. You know, you've besmirched yourself in the honor of your family. You know, you must fall on your own sword, you know, as it were. And I should be talking about that on today of Mental Health Day. Wow. But as you know, what they have a suicide forest in Japan, though, right? Like, what was that like? Like people go out there and they pitch tents, contemplating whether or not they're going to end it all, I guess, as it were, you know. And yeah, they say pitching a tent is pretty much kind of you know, them as like a symbol, as a sign, you know. And yeah, you know, it's sad, man. It really is, bro. But I got to tell you, you know, it's a lot easier for people to get depressed in today's age and stuff like that, you know, with you know, just the way of the economy as it is right now, you know, on top of just the internet, social media, you know, we're all on top of each other, you know, this like-driven society, you know. So you see a lot more females wearing or doing filters in their pictures now, you know, and yeah, you know, people are just seeking elsewhere rather than inside themselves for kind of happiness and acceptance, you know, and it really does come from within firstly, you know, and yeah, you know, I just like, guys, I've been struggling for a while, you know, when it comes to like mental health and stuff, and I wanted to come on and talk about it guys, I've actually got some stuff right here that I'm going to open up whenever my friend Miss Ginger gets in the house here. That's pretty relevant to, to today and topics and stuff like that. Okay, let's see here. All right, smiley face. So it looks like she is possibly in here live. So we're gonna go ahead and open that up in a minute. But yeah, just want to talk a little bit about, I guess, like mental health and just, people, you got any of you out there that may feel down or whatever, like reach out honestly, and just let people know how you feel or whatever, because, keeping it locked up inside is a recipe for disaster, guys. You know what I mean? Back before I had all you guys, before I had Facebook, I wouldn't get Facebook, smartphone and Facebook and stuff until late 2013, and I shouldn't have even been Facebooking then, because, I was already in such, in this gravity well of just despair, you know what I mean? That damn, I was getting drunk and going on Facebook and talking shit, and it just wasn't good, you know what I mean?
Don Vito says, did Erica get the job? She looks tired. I don't know. They haven't called me back yet, but I look tired because I'm not wearing my eyelashes.
Miss Ginger in the house.
So my eyes aren't like standing out as much as they usually do. So.
Yeah, normally before we go live, I'll kind of smack her around a few times, kind of plump them up, as it were. Come on, man! Don't you know better than give a woman a backhanded compliment like that?
I don't take it like that at all.
What's wrong with you, Vito?
Not at all.
Well,
I always appreciate you guys' input, but yeah, I'm not sleepy. I just don't have on the eyelashes.
Yeah, right. As far as the job goes, like, well, we're still waiting to see, waiting to hear. That's something that I guess we will kind of keep close to the vest. In both our regards, I guess, because it's a really awesome opportunity, you know what I mean? And we can really do a lot with it.
So good.
As long as we don't give the trolls and idiots anything to try and go with us with. Everywhere, that everywhere you go, they try to fire you. As you remember, Dale Isaac would call on live stream to Fats. And would actually call her work on live stream and trying to get her fired and stuff like that, So live and learn, we know better than that. But things are looking really, really good.
He still ain't found nothing to do.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. What was this? Apparently, he they tried to get you suspended for some post last night.
I'll tell you guys. I woke up this morning and I had and I went to go to Twitter and it said you are suspended for 14 days.
Oh.
For posting private information.
That doesn't sound like Erica.
Right. So I was like, this is tax information. So this is private information. So I appealed it and said this is private information. And then public. I thought about it. Public.
Yeah, it's all public.
This is all public information.
Like thank you, brother. Says spoiler alert.
So
you spoil us.
Yeah, so I appealed it. You, man. I appealed it like this is all public information. So then after I appealed it, I thought about it and I was like, oh, his address is like right there, plain as day is the address. So I expected to be
You're like, I doxed him.
Yeah.
I doxed him like you did, right? I guess, like whatever.
Right.
I mean, it's nothing that they haven't done 1,000 fucking times.
Yeah.
So,
and I really wasn't meaning to dox him. I was just posting the tax information.
Right, yeah. And that's the context that they took it into. So they
so they gave me my account. I wasn't suspended anymore.
And she's like, let me go ahead and remove that.
Yeah, I went ahead and took it off because they're going to keep reporting it, and if they would have noticed that the address,
you're like, okay.
Yeah, so I went ahead and took it down.
Right, and they're really upset about that. Right now, apparently, Erica is holding an L. And because they're just super upset that you got back online, and deleted it before they can do anything else with it. And that was actually kind of interesting, guys. Like, I haven't actually been messing around with all that, on Facebook. We keep it a little more wholesome over there, guys. We're a little more positive, and I mean, we lie, we joke, and it's Facebook can be just as toxic as Twitter if it depends on your Facebook.
Right.
But anyways, man, I haven't been posting anything bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Since like last September, guys, I just had some stuff that just got taken off, like 8 strikes or like temporary bull crap. They're like just dumb stuff, guys. And so I just went and I took all my crap off. I choose not to post anything, too risque or whatever. They tried to get me suspended for a couple, like a redneck couple having sex on a boat or whatever. Remember the John boat? I had posted a picture of like, and it was like the real, like a greater love story than Titanic, it said. And it was two like old country folk out on their John boat out in the middle of the water, and she's all bent over, and he's just going to town, you know.
You couldn't really see. It was like a far off shot, but you knew what they were doing.
Yeah, you know, and and so I tagged Erica. I was like, "Is this
how they do it down on Lake Okeechobee? That is how they do it on Lake Okeechobee. Absolutely."
So they would try to get that.
That might have been how I was made.
And then, but it got taped. It got reversed, you know, and I went ahead and deleted it anyway, just because. And then, like a week ago, actually, guys, like they would find something from like 2 months ago. Complaining about the face mask or whatever, talking about it couldn't be, you know, you're not being able to breathe, and then you know, at night going home and wearing a ball gag. And I woke up about a week ago, and I noticed that my Facebook was suspended. I was like, damn, you know, like 7 days, you know what I mean? And I was like, well, what the hell, you know? So I appealed it and reversed just like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I still removed the picture anyway, because these Karens, as it were, you know, Karen mob. Right. We're sitting up there, guys. I gotta be honest, man. I'm sure I was sitting there sleeping.
Hey, there's Ginger.
3 o'clock in the morning. We're about to open this up. I need some self-help right now, Ginger. And but yeah, I would wake up in the morning and I would see that my account was suspended over that post right there, and I would appeal it and yeah, just going about my day or whatever, you know. So you just gotta know, remember that even while you sleep, the trolls creep. You know what I mean? They're there.
I thought they got me. I thought my thing was suspended.
You were like, dang. You kind of got in a little too deep there, huh?
Yeah. And
you kind of started playing the troll game. Well, that's what they do, though. Like, they'll bait you into almost doing the same as them, and then they'll report you or whatever, you know.
Right. I still wasn't that upset, though. I was like, oh, well.
Whatever.
I'll do other stuff.
Right. Yeah, you got on the phone with your mom and talked for about an hour. And
cleaned up a little, watched some Ethan, watched she play Jason. That's been my day.
Guys, so anyways, man, self-care, guys. So, got a couple packages here from my friend Miss Ginger and her husband, military folk out of Texas.
Wow.
Super awesome. Oh, we didn't bring the candle in. It's still lit, too.
Yeah, it's lit in there. In the living room.
And these are super awesome people. Very mature.
Yes, thank you for the candle, Ginger. And, it smells delicious.
It does, man. Like, I was sitting there playing Jason while she was getting ready. And I got all the doors open while it's raining. You know, I'm listening. I got a tin roof over the front porch now. So I don't know how many of y'all like the sound of rain hitting a tin roof, but we're probably in the 99 percentile on that. But yeah, you know, and the breeze was just wafting through, and I was just getting you know, sense of pumpkin. You know, and the aroma was just, you know, awesome, man. And I was like, you know, thank you, Miss Ginger. It's very relaxing on my soul, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of inner turmoil and stuff. And Miss Ginger tried, well, you know, she don't try. She told me the other day that, you know, my anger, you know, I am not my father, you know, no matter how much people try to, you know, compare me to my father as far as like the anger and stuff goes, you know, that I am my own man. And also pretty much to kind of claim my own anger, you know, I may have said something perhaps you know, I get it honestly, or I am my dad's son or something when it comes to anger and stuff. And
you can't look at it that way.
I can't, you know, I really do got to understand that, you know, it is my anger, you know, it's nobody else's. You know, every time that I try to do that, I'm just pushing it off on other people, you know.
And continuing the cycle,
you know. And I remember that Dad would tell me when I was younger, you know, not that much younger, when I was in my 20s and stuff, when I'd come and visit him and stuff, and I'd be drunk and stuff. I always tended to be drunk, man, whether I lived close or far, you know. I'd come see him drunk and shit, and he would he'd talk about my anger issues and shit, you know, and I'd snap at him and say, no, you got no goddamn anger. Right. You know what I mean? Like, how is that for a response? And I would even admit it then, you know what I mean? But anger is a hell of an issue, you know. It's something that, you know what I mean, sticks with you 24/7, you know what I mean? You got to, not really, not for me, I guess. I'm not constantly, But it does feel like, I'm revving at about 80.
Right.
Well, idling at about 80, I should say.
Right. And then it could take something small. You don't know what it is. And then you're from 80 to 200. And right. I'm just like, how'd you go from 0 to 200 over nothing?
Right. And it's embarrassing. Like, it really is, guys. Like, I would have, I would get a little angry the other day, or I would get angry. I won't say a little. I would get angry the other day over politics. Erica likes her damn politics, and everybody is into it right now. It's political season, and all I want to do is just like watch Halloween shit and eat candy and stuff, and I mean, and I don't like talking issues because, I get anger, you know what I mean? And so it's best if we don't, you know what I mean? But still, it tends to happen, especially there's that bubble over, especially in today, right now, with the election day coming up. There's no way to really get around it,
Right.
So anyways, I shouldn't, but that shouldn't stop her from wanting to talk about what she wants to talk about, you know what I mean?
Right. So, and like one thing too is it's not just about with politics. It's like one thing that I feel like.
What's up, Paul?
One thing I feel
Paul
like.
and Nico, his wife Nikki in the house.
Yeah. One thing about the AGP that's in you is like, I can't say, okay, this is my opinion. And you're like, no, this is my opinion. Well, okay, well, I think this. And well, I think that. It's like, well, I think this. And then something goes flying across the room. And it's like, nah.
Well, I mean, no, it didn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. Like, it did get to the point where I was like, let's stop talking about it. You know what I mean? And you were like, well, can I just make one more point? Can I just make one more point?
Well,
And I'm just like, no, I want it to be done. And then I'm like, plah.
At that time, you've already been disrespectful to me, and then I'm like, "Screw you, jerk! You ain't just gonna be disrespectful and expect me to not say
stop
nothing."
It, right?
Yeah, and then say stop. Nah, I still got something to say.
Yeah.
So whatever, we're working on it.
We are definitely working on it.
I still love them most of the time.
It's a work in progress, definitely. And Miss Ginger, and I'm open about it to people like Miss Ginger and Miss Sharon and even Erica's mom. There are times where I'll go to her. And I'm open and I'm honest about it,
Right. And I go to my mom and I'm open and honest, which is something I haven't been in my relationships ever, because it's like, you don't want to go to your parents and tell your parents the bad stuff about your relationship because then they're not going to like your spouse.
Jasmine like, Dio, Erica Strong, it's a strong ass woman. Well, and that comes from our friend that just got back from Germany.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Just got out of discharged.
From Germany?
Yeah.
I have my buddy.
Germany, right?
My buddy, Holly McCaleb. He just left Germany. I don't know what base he's in, but he left Germany and went to Arkansas. So maybe y'all know each other. Maybe y'all were on like the same American base over there. Holly McCaleb.
Holly. Air Force. Not many dudes named Holly, huh?
Right.
So that kind of like narrowed down the field a little
Sergeant bit. McCaleb or something.
All right. So you're not really going to know the Haley, huh? All right. Yeah. So anyways.
No, but what I was saying though, the difference about Charlie and with my past relationships is that my past relationships were like bad. So I didn't want to go to my mom for advice because then she'd just be like, what the heck are you doing with this person? But now with our relationship, I can go to my mom and be honest. And my mom's like, yeah, me and Joby, we go through that too. And she can give me advice and stuff. So that's what's different about it. And why I go to my mom with our stuff. And I haven't done that with other relationships.
Right. Well, that's good, and it's better you go to your mom than go to the internet with it.
Well,
how many relationships you've seen people seeing you split up and go straight to the internet? Well, this, that, third, me and Erica would actually even have ourselves. I would run. I would run to my sister's house in Alabama last year. I would have like a little semi meltdown, guys. I hated where I worked at. You know what I mean? I'd gotten into a routine of drinking even on the job. Man, I would break time. I'd go get me a Mike's Hard Lemonade, thinking that I can, hide it on my breath. That Mike's Hard Lemonade doesn't stink like everything else. Anyway,
chewing your bubble gum.
And then my bubble, and it's just and it wasn't fooling anybody but myself, and and
so then at that point in time, even whenever you're not drunk and you're not drinking, you're still in just like a negative.
That's what I was telling them. Even days when I wasn't drinking, it was like I was still in that negative, like I wanted another beer or something to cool it off or something, But yeah, we wouldn't go online and smash each other and stuff, and we would actually work it out, and I would come back within the week. Within a week, I would come back, because I love Erica, and she's really good for me. And we've done a lot together, and she really pushes me and drives, pushes me forward. She gives me that drive, and and it means a lot to me, and I want to keep that, you know. So our friend Miss Ginger has a box right here, some stuff that's possibly gonna help me out, help us out. Let's see, it's TD Jakes, Let It Go. It says forgive so you can be forgiven. Let's see here. Just give me a moment. This stuff is like super thoughtful, you know. It like really is. You know, and I do like to read and stuff like that. So forgiveness is a big idea and works best when invested into people who have the courage to grasp the 7-foot idea of what's best for their future rather than the 4-foot high idea of recompense for what has happened in the past. So this is a holy man inspired by the Lord's Prayer. Let It Go explores forgiveness as a life practice and offers specific and clear actions for readers. So who seek to apply, yada, yada. Who seek to apply. And as I say, seek to apply, I'm like, yada, yada, yada. I just want to gloss over it. No, but see, I can't, you know. And I don't. Normally when I read, I always take a little something out of everything. Even like that Bruce Lee book that I had. You know what I mean? It was so hard to understand, you know, but I still took a little something from it every read, you know. So that's awesome, you know, and written by a guy. So I think maybe I might.
Yeah, and I think that he talks like regular English. He doesn't do all like trying to write in poems. So you got to like figure it out.
Right, or any kind of clinical.
Right, or like me, I have very like limited vocabulary. There's a lot of times I'm like, what's this word mean, or words I haven't heard of, and especially when I'm speaking or trying to write, I just don't use like big words and don't. I don't understand smart writing. So this is probably easy to read.
This might be a little more, yeah.
Y'all know what I mean.
This is more New Testament rather than the old book.
This actually a term, easy to read. So y'all know.
Yeah.
I'm sure y'all have had that before. I'm not the only one.
Okay. Well, this guy's a CEO of his own enterprise, a CEO, founder, and senior pastor of the Potter's House of Dallas, Inc. I'm guessing that's Dallas, North Carolina, Dallas, Texas. I don't know. There's a lot of Dallases out there. Anyway, yeah, he's got a lot of awards and stuff. And like I said, it's written by a guy. I don't know if y'all remember that one book I'd gotten by it was written by a woman actually. Remember when I was living right when I got out of rehab, I would try and find me a book, you know, and I would get one. It was written by a woman, and I just kind of, you know, I don't know. It was hard to explain. It was a different insight, a different angle, you know, quite honestly.
Put your hands up right now and show him what you're doing. He's holding that with his arm in there because he's talking. So when he's done, he can pull it out. We're not just like checking it out and looking at stuff before we.
Right. Yeah. I like doing the reaction thing. All right. What do we got here? All right.
I told you. What did I tell you? I've heard about that, but I haven't read it or listened to it.
Yeah. It's the 5 love languages for men. This tools for making a good relationship great.
Oh, that's for men. Okay.
Yeah, but we can maybe listen to it together, perhaps. At the heart of every man is a desire to master what matters. Getting a compliment at work or on the court is nice. But nothing beats hearing your spouse say, "You make me feel loved." Aww. I remember you even say that I like to probably hear it and stuff, where you like to feel it and stuff. I like to hear it. I like, yeah.
Yep.
Where you like to be touched and all that stuff. I like to be touched with words.
Yes, and what it is there's supposedly 5 love languages, and everybody feels and soaks in love.
Ace man, what's up, brother? Mickey in the house.
In a different way. Hi, Mickey. Yeah, he said that he's back in Cherokee, and it made me think of my daddy, and I got to go find his name carved on that meal.
Yeah.
But anyways, words of affirmation. So somebody, you know, I love you.
Charlie, you're good. Living my whole life being told that I'm a piece of shit.
Or just like, you look nice today. Or, you know, hey, I like how you hung that picture on the wall. Something. Acts of service, people doing stuff for you. Like, hey, like you go wash the car.
See, so you know a little bit about it.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying yesterday. I would tell her last night as we're laying down, she's listening to some pyramid stuff. She's a sponge, you know, when it comes to like information and knowledge, you know, she likes to soak up a lot.
No, I was watching DNA and genetics.
Oh, yes, right. Yeah, we couldn't tell the difference between a human embryo and a chicken embryo and a turtle embryo. We thought that the bat embryo or something was the human.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
So anyways, words of affirmation, acts of kindness, receiving gifts, like you like people to give you stuff. quality time, spending time with somebody, and physical touch, which isn't like just boom, boom. It's, you know, putting your arm around somebody or something.
Or like shaving my back and I purr like a walrus.
Yeah. Or that one could actually be acts of service. Because I'm helping you with something.
That's a twofer.
So what makes
that might be a twofer, huh?
Yeah, this helps you figure out what is your love language, and then, or you're gonna figure out what my love language is, and then you got to feed it to me constantly.
Well, does that work? Does that work both ways?
Yes, I got to find out what yours is.
And you're gonna feed it to me constantly?
Yes.
So are we gonna become feeders? Is that what that is?
Feeders of love.
Feeders of love, not food. Oh, okay. That sounds that sounds something that we can actually grow from in a positive way.
So love languages. You guys find out what your spouse's love language is, and they'll be like, "What is going on? Why do I love him extra much this week?"
Well, you know what? On a side note, I would also like to find out what my spirit animal is. I would like to find out my spirit animal. Go on my Native American quest and find out what my, almost like, you know, like Hermione and Harold and the patroness, you know, we all got our own spirit animals.
Yeah, and I tried. That would take me a little bit to think about what animal am I most like, because I automatically go, oh, that for women? There you go. This one's like for everybody.
Look, check this out. This is awesome. Look, for the women, it's a 2-pack. Look how much fatter the packing is. This is a double CD. You got a lot to learn about men, huh? They say that we're freaking simple, but
attention span also might have something to do with it. Like the women really want you to listen to it, so they got to put it in like a compact version.
Like, oh yeah, right. You give me that, I'm like, that's too damn much.
Like, turn it off.
I'll just figure out her language. Ooh, Akita.
Oh,
I'm gonna get it. It's a magic combination there.
Yeah. So I don't know what I was just saying.
You were saying so. This is.
Oh no, I was saying what animal am I most like?
This is for me.
You guys, I watched a thing about an octopus and I was boo-hoo crying. And since octopus, I love them, so I want to say that's my spirit animal, but I'm not like an octopus at all, because they are like super smart and they can make themselves camouflage and they jump on sharks' heads and ride around and stuff, and I can't do that. I'm probably more like a.
Well, and then, you know, it was awesome though. It was strange, you know. You say that like the octopus is like one of the most, like one of the more smarter animals on the planet, you know, and can get in and out of all different kind of situations and objects and opening up glass jars and stuff and what have you. But they only last what, 2 years? They only live. I said they only live a year, right?
The octopus, yeah.
It's only a year.
I was just thinking, and I think I'm very similar to a horse. I'm like,
and I'm the one who just laughed like a damn horse.
I'm just kind of chill, and I'm
girl,
just there,
you just memed yourself all the hell out.
I'm friendly. And I work hard.
You just memed yourself all the hell out. Rebecca, never mind. Don't do what I asked you.
If you treat me nice and you teach me good, then I will like treat you like very well, and we could be best friends forever and ever. And a hard worker. What else? How else am I like a horse? I do have nice legs. I got nice legs.
Oh, you got a mane going? Look, you got your ponytail.
What?
Even got a pony.
I'm a horse, y'all.
Girl, you just memed yourself out. Holy crap!
Funny.
So I've got to learn how to talk like a horse, of course. Like this, we're gonna have this gonna be like a Mr. Ed thing in the bedroom. We're gonna have ourselves a horse show, man. Join our fans only here soon. All right, man. Let me get off of that, man. Let's get off of that horse and back on this one, man. Simple ideas, lasting love. Between busy schedules and long days, expressing love can fall by the wayside. We forget to compliment, to give. We done said all that.
Yeah, so that's what it's about.
So it's for a he and for a she. And I'm sure that they have, you know, for he's and she's and everything in betweens, you know, for today's society.
Real quick, South26 says y'all are talking about Gila Klein, or why are y'all talking about Gila Klein? So I don't know what y'all are talking about in the chat.
What happened with Gila?
I don't know, just my 2 cents. I freaking love Gila.
Love Gila. Love Ethan. I actually I would cringe and cry for him yesterday watching the first podcast with him and Bill Burr. You know, Bill is a very just, you know, angry, kind of antagonistical man, you know, and if you just rub him wrong, he's going to give it to you.
You're balancing on the blade of a knife with Bill.
He gave it to Ethan in that first interview, but he would redeem himself today. We would actually listen to Bill Burr Part 2 today, and Wonderful.
Right.
Yeah, they actually, he redeemed himself, as it were. Except for he did try to do something. He still tried to show a couple of things where Bill wasn't interested in. I'm like, let it go. But whatever, they're awesome, especially today.
Yeah.
The more that they do their show, the better they get, and they've really hit their stride in like the last couple of years, man. We love
them.
H3. How do you?
I don't know.
I can't do it because this finger's been broken. Oh my God, that almost looked like I was going up in something raunchy. I've really learned Erica's love language. Well, that's not. I meant the idea of it. I didn't mean the actual state of raunch. I mean, like
we might have something we need to talk about if that's how you're truly feeling.
Something's got to give. With Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton, we're almost about the same age, I guess. And people even say I kind of look like. Give me some sunglasses. They say I look like Jack Nicholson. Yeah. So yeah. What is he?
I know that I have seen this movie, but
and look, he's wearing JNCOs. He's wearing JNCOs.
I forget what it was, but I know I've seen it.
Harry Sanborn is a perennial playboy with a libido much younger than his years. During what was to have been a romantic weekend with his latest infatuation, Marin, which is Amanda Peet. Holy shit, how much younger is Amanda Peet than Jack Nicholson? So what is a perennial actually? Like from the 30s? Like, oh, babe, probably somewhere that age.
I thought a perennial was like a flower. I just think flowers when I hear that.
Right, yeah. Well, it sounds, I see the ennial in it, so maybe like millennial and exennial. Is that what it is? So yeah, so him and Amanda Peet go off to the Hamptons or something, and while at it, maybe he winds up being nursed by her mom. He falls in love for the mom. So it starts out immoral, it sounds like, and it turns into something sweet and romantic.
I just remember used to
not immoral. I mean, but
back in the day, there was a time that I only had like a few movies, and then whenever my my cable would go out, because this was like before internet, when cable would go out, I would have to watch that, or like the movies that I had, and that was. Oh,
you got this? We have this?
No, it was at my grandma's.
Oh, really?
So
well, I haven't seen it, so we'll have to watch it.
Yeah, so I remember that being one of the movies, so I know that I've watched it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that we gotta, connecting and getting together, coming together, so even on a casual basis, like watching movies and stuff together, Sometimes I've got a bend and stuff. I love watching my Ninja Turtles and Simpsons and really childish crap. You know what I'm saying? And Erica, she likes watching. Something's got to give. Or the Time Traveler's Wife. We would watch.
That was an awesome movie.
We would get together and watch the Time Traveler's Wife.
I made you after months and months of pulling.
You know what? Quite honestly,
and months and months of watching Jason and all this stuff.
Halloween. Michael Myers. Please stop saying Jason. It's Michael Myers.
Well,
you've watched it so long and you still don't know.
He finally watched the movie that I asked him to a year ago.
We would watch it the other day, and it would actually be good. I thought that it was going to be cheap and corny, and at the end, it almost kind of did get me. But then it hit me again with something else.
Did
and
I was like, what? You almost cried?
I did get some chills.
It's a good story.
I didn't spring a leak there. I didn't drop any man juice. Well, that don't sound right. I didn't drop any tears. But I did get you know what? If you had asked me what I liked, if I liked it, like 5 seconds into the credits and stuff, I probably wouldn't have been able to talk. I probably would have just been like,
yeah, he didn't watch the first half
I probably
of
wouldn't
it.
have been able to talk. And had I talked, okay. I would have cracked a little bit.
Let's be honest. He was on his phone for the first half of it. And then whenever he watched the second half, he like really liked it, and it was a good story.
Yeah. Well, see, because it was almost like, okay, I know what it is now. Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where's it going? But yeah, I should have just put the phone down. I know that always sucks. You always you want to watch something. How many of y'all hate it when you're trying to watch something with somebody and then they're on their phone or whatever? They're not bothering you. Like I saw this, or maybe Ethan or something. Like they're not even bothering you. They're doing their own thing. You're watching, but you're just kind of.
I want you to watch it with me.
I want you to watch this dumb shit with me, Mister. So we're watching The Haunting of Bly House right now.
We found something we can both watch. That's why we're live streaming early, so we can go.
Yeah, we want to go watch Haunting of Bly House tonight, guys.
Confessions.
And I don't know how many of y'all have watched The Haunting of Hill House. It was actually really, really good. Really freaking smart and scary. This is actually scary too. I've had goosebumps. both episodes so far. This little girl with her dolls. The first one, man, it was like one of the smartest. It was one of the smartest. This girl was being haunted by, I won't say, she's being haunted by this ghost all her life. It is the most. It was probably the one of the
He's
smartest.
Talking about the first season.
The first
the
season, yeah, it was probably the smartest TV writing, movie storytelling that I've seen in recent history.
So Rad says that he's already finished Bly Manor.
Yeah,
we only watched, I think, like 3 episodes of it, maybe.
Yeah, and then I wake up in the morning, and like this morning, I watched a couple more seasons or episodes of Treehouse of Horror. I'm trying to suck in as much Halloween content as I can before it's gone. So.
It's never gone. It's all year round. What are you talking about?
Halloween is every day for me, yo. What you talking about? All right, let's go ahead and continue this.
Okay, we got a new envelope here. Brand new envelope.
Another book.
Oh, another book.
By Mr. T.D. Jakes. It says, Healing the Wounds of the Past.
There you go.
It is God's intention to set you free from the loads you carry. But are you accustomed to a problem that even when you are delivered, you find it hard to let go? Yeah, like I still do find with me and my brother, me and my family issues and stuff like that. It's a constant back and forth, you know what I mean? And we're forgiving each other, and then we're talking shit about each other, you know what I mean? And it's just because it's just like, there I guess there hasn't been any finality between any of us, I guess, to say, you know what, that's it, and then really just leave it alone,
I also think that it could be a lot about the way you grew up and the way. Yeah, healing the wounds of the past and different things that you went through as a little kid. That's still...
tragedies and traumas you may have experienced. Like I said, I watched my little friend get hit and killed by a car.
Right.
From me to you, like from me to your camera right now is where I would watch my little friend get hit and killed by a car. Perhaps that.
Yeah, definitely.
I would actually turn away from the light, and I would embrace the darkness, man. I would delve into Marilyn Manson,
right,
and stuff, and I still much love to Manson. He's gotten me through a lot of dark times, but maybe now I need to look towards the light a little bit. You know what I mean? I got enough darkness to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe let me give myself a lightsaber. You know what I'm saying? To kind of brighten things up in that damn darkness. Huh?
Cotty Wampo says she's dressing up as a Keemstar gnome for Halloween. Rebecca, are you a Keemstar fan? Wow.
I think she likes Keemstar.
Does Rebecca like Keemstar?
I don't think so. I think she's picking on him.
Yeah, she's totally
with his little man syndrome.
She couldn't type that fast enough.
Yeah.
We just had to get that clear.
I had to take a little jab at you.
Yeah.
I had to pick at you in a little bit. Nobody likes Keemstar. We know that. So.
She's dressing up. Her people at work are dressing up as gnomes, so she's going as Keemstar.
Yeah, she's going to go as Keemstar. Very fitting, and maybe we'll try to share some pictures on Facebook and Twitter or something like that, to give everyone a good Halloween chuckle, as it were, But yeah, isn't it awesome that, and I say that very affectionately, isn't it awesome that Keemstar had all this crap going with Ethan and Hila and H3, did his best to try and tear them down and expose them, bring them out and toss lies on them, the way that they do and him and Michael do. And now here it is, H3, they have more subscribers. They're interviewing, Tom Segura and damn Steve-O, and just really awesome people, and they're doing their own thing, man. That's what it's really about, man. It's not about getting over on other people, you know what I mean, and trying to expose other people. Yes, the neighbor's leaving.
Oh, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, the neighbor's got a truck going out there. I
haven't heard that truck out there yet. It was crazy noises out there.
The past couple of days, it seemed like there's actually more vehicles out there next door. Seems like they might have had some people move in. They're from Mexico and stuff, and you know how that goes. Like sometimes they live 10 deep, and that might be what's happening. Right
Goat delivery, possibly.
Another book, T.D. Jakes, Identity. Discover who you are and live a life of purpose. Very good. You have been uniquely created by God to fulfill your divine purpose. Oh, I'm reading this like it's got ... I can't get it. All right. You've been uniquely created by God to fulfill your divine purpose. Okay. Okay, yeah, pretty much like like I'll definitely read into this. Like I say, it's finding it in yourself right here. It looks like, yeah, prepare for destiny, defining moments that push you into new realms of supernatural living. Whoa, I like the way that sounded.
Heck yeah.
Prepare for destiny defining moments that push you into new realms of supernatural living.
Awesome.
That's where you're prepared, like I said, there's been times where I've had these opportunities and stuff that could have really, changed my life, and instead of doing great things with them, I would do terrible things, and terrible things would happen and become of my life. So yeah, it's all about, being the right person at the right place at the right time.
Mickey says they can make wonderful neighbors, though. They are awesome neighbors.
Who? Oh,
the
yeah.
People next door.
Yeah, we don't hear them at all. Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, they've never bothered us.
Healing the soul of a woman. How to overcome your emotional wounds.
Aww.
Well, have I emotionally wounded you? Oh, Jesus. She's like, time out. She's like, she's reading. She's not thinking. She's reading right now. She didn't hear the question. Well, I can tell you, like, words hurt just as much as fists. You know what I mean? And like,
definitely more.
And I can't say that I haven't, said some bad things, and it's so crazy because like growing up watching my dad do that to my mom, put my mom through like that emotional terror that he would,
right.
Especially on top of my mom having emotional issues as well, and I hated it. And I would always, and there were times where I'd be like, shut up. And he, I'd stand up for mom and dad. What you want to do, Mr. Big Dick? He would. Come on, Mr. Big Man, stand up and fight. And I would never fight him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I would stand up for him for mom, and then I catch myself doing it. I hope it, it happens. The only way to heal from it, is to admit it. What were you saying? I'm sorry, Anne.
I forget.
Talking about emotional abuse and like dad talking to mom down and me seeing that.
Right.
I guess you lost your. That's where you lost the thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to repick it back up. Okay. Sorry. No down talking with my father and my mother at all. Love them.
No, that's
always
just how it
well.
was.
It's just how it was, and I've got to learn just how to deal with that myself. You know what I mean? Letting it go, healing from the wounds of my past, and finding my own identity, as it were. That is so super awesome. And
I think that there's a lot of stuff that you went through in your past that shapes your behavior today.
Well, they say that you're from the ages of 2 to the ages of 7, I believe, is where you actually develop your character, creating attributes, as it were. I'm talking like when creating a character here in Mortal Kombat, or your attributes. But yeah, like defines who you are as a person. Your qualities. your.
And it's kind of like the other day whenever we were arguing and you were like, well, that's how I am. And I'm like, no. No.
Right.
Well, that's how my dad made me. That's just how it is. Nope. You better tighten it up.
Right. It's not, and it's not because it's not, yeah, and even when I say it, I realize I'm like, no, but, at the time, you just find yourself, in a face off, seeing that red and stuff like that, and I mean, really, people do things that they regret in relationships and stuff like that. Like, look at Isaac and Nikki. How many times have they gotten into, physical altercations, from the fighting, and that I'm sure they wish they could take it all back right now. Maybe if you guys, please, man, check out some of these books yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's like, think of how you felt as a kid whenever
I watched my father and mother.
Well, no, like just think of how you felt whenever, like, you couldn't say how you were feeling. You couldn't be like, this is wrong, and I can't say this is wrong because I just got to hold it in, and you get so angry, and you don't want to make me feel like that because,
right.
You don't want me to be like, oh, I don't want to make the situation worse, so I'm just going to go sit in the room. We got to be able to talk about it.
Right.
And you don't want me to walk away feeling like you did as a kid, not being able to feel like you've been heard. We're working on it.
Yeah,
we're working on it live deep. Right here on YouTube.
That's pretty deep, and it's all about individuality. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, addicts and emotionally bent, we're narcissists almost in a lot of ways, and where our emotions mean more. Well, I'm feeling, it matters more, or whatever, and we nurture that rather than. Coming to the middle,
Right.
Wow. This is quite a prolific live stream here tonight, guys. Wow,
what do you call it? Therapy Thursday or something?
This is group therapy. This is our group therapy. Like I say, I go live and I like to do a lot of probing and soul searching, and getting honest with you all, and digging deep. And I really feel that's where that connection comes. And Ginger, thank you so much. Like I say, if I hadn't opened up and told her how I feel, if I hadn't been like, if I had just been like, yeah, everything's good. You know what I mean? Everything's fine. You know what I mean? With she can already sense and tell the turmoil in my soul. And she's seen it for, if she's been a follower,
right.
then she's seen it, But also me opening up and telling you guys and letting you know that I hurt and stuff, these kinds of gifts and offerings are, come my way, things that'll actually help me out.
And I gotta be honest that I probably don't help the situation much because I don't have any sympathy for it.
Right.
I'm just like, nah, act right. That's it. Period. Act right.
Yeah, she's like, I'm having an issue. She's like, snap out of it. It's like, and that's one bad thing. Like, I hate it. I hate it for a lot of you guys. Hate it for like my sister Jennifer, and dad, especially, but mainly Jennifer and mom. They had really, they have, issues that they deal with. And we would see them have serious meltdowns numerous times over the years, once a month, twice a month, you know what I mean? Sometimes very public, you know what I mean? And like they just couldn't snap out of it. We would think, just stop it, just go to your room, and just dad would tell Jennifer, just goddamn go to your room and shut up. And like, don't you think she probably would if she could, you know what I mean? Maybe it's try to help that situation out, and I would think almost like it was so crazy. A lot of just hit me right now thinking, how we would always wonder, like, if maybe I and Jennifer and other people out there, they hold a certain sense of self-sabotage when they think that they're doing good. They feel like they're doing good and then they got to sabotage it. Maybe that's not the case at all. Maybe they're having a moment that they can't control. Right. And it sabotages what they have created for themselves.
Right.
That seems almost maybe a lot more like what goes on. And that you're ruining it. You know what I mean? That you're
and you can't help it.
It's like, yeah, like I don't think I need medicine. I really don't. I just think I need, just the right tools and just to be able to see it and say it. You know what I mean?
The more you see it and say it, then the more you'll recognize it before it happens next time.
Because I have had moments, like, y'all have all seen it, like, damn it, Charlie, stop. And y'all would tell me, Charlie, stop, you're screwing yourself up right now. And I would just keep on going.
Right. But you weren't in the right frame of mind then either.
That's true.
Yeah, that was a whole different situation.
I was very much changed.
Right.
The Schlitz malt liquor. Check it out, guys. We got another Chucky doll.
Yay! Let's change it to the fun part.
This is probably a Chucky doll. You're the fun part, huh?
Or more back on a fun note.
Yeah.
Let's stop being all mushy.
Guys, we have a lot of ups and downs, but
we have way more ups than downs for sure.
Especially lately, guys.
And once we fix this problem, it's like that's our problem. We're totally honest with you, like our number one issue. And it's not even like it's not even a big issue. It's just the one thing that we need to work on.
Hey!
What is it?
A heated blanket.
Wow! Thank you.
So awesome. Hey, and a Twix.
And a Twix.
Woo! With a gift card in it.
Cookies and cream. What is this?
That is so awesome. We have one in the bedroom that Erica will be using when it gets cold. And now we'll have one in the living room.
The couch in the living room. I'll put this one on the couch. This one will be for Connie Waffles whenever she comes over. That girl, you know what she'll do? Connie Waffles she'll get on the couch and put herself under this blanket and then turn the air conditioner on that's right here by the couch.
Stick your nose out of it.
Blow it right in her face.
That sounds like something good. That sounds like something that I would do too, though. Who wouldn't do that?
And look, that's the color. I'm looking at this side. I didn't even know. It's blue.
Good color.
That'll be for my spot on the couch.
Wow.
Awesome.
Very thoughtful, very kind of you, Ginger. That is wonderful. Amazing gifts. And wow, I really don't know what else to say, man, except that I'm gonna give this stuff a try. I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna listen to it. And I'm gonna try to be a better person every damn day, man. Like, and it just takes, a proactive approach. Well, I eat this candy. It's delicious.
Did you just eat that Twix? He didn't even give me half of it. Did y'all see that?
I love you.
It smells delicious, by the way. I'm just messing with
you. It was
you.
a cookies and cream.
I've never tried that one either.
We're just making it.
You know what? We need this relationship advice.
We need it.
I got a whole thing of Snickers in there, guys. Halloween candy.
But I didn't even think about you. I just...
You know, as long as you ain't hollering and yelling, I'm cool with whatever you do.
Yeah.
As long as you're chill.
Yeah. Well,
which doesn't happen all the time. I don't want to put off the impression like you do that all the time and that's your natural state. It's not. It's just, you know, every now and then just you get angry.
Yeah.
And he's got to learn how to control it when he does get angry. That's what it is.
A lot of times it happens whenever I'm in, like, I have like a heightened anxiety moments, like whenever we're driving.
Right.
You know, we'll tend to argue, like if she misses a turn or something, and
yes,
you know, then I'm almost driving for her while I'm in the passenger seat, and then I'm just thinking about us barreling down the interstate at 80, you know, and then, you know, 18 wheelers on each side of us and like quick reaction. You know, it's an anxiety thing for me. You know what I mean? Quite honestly, that I can't seem to handle and control.
Right.
Once my anxiety gets to a certain point, it's almost like, you know, any rationale and any reason just goes out the window, and I'm just
right. And you need to blurt
in
out
panic mode.
Hey, I don't like this. This is going on. This is bothering me. Instead of cussing and yelling and beep, beep, beep.
Maybe try to like describe my symptoms.
Yeah. Or just talk about how you're feeling and what's making you angry, because just cussing and yelling and calling names.
I need to be like Stanley on The Office and get one of those beepers. Beep, beep. And whenever my heart rate gets above a certain level, beep, beep,
drop
it goes off
somewhere.
I need to start jogging. I need to get back into jogging. You know, the weather is starting to get cooler again. You know, I feel like I'm losing a little bit of weight just naturally now for some reason. I feel like a certain amount of bloat is going away. And I mean, I can kind of see it in you too a little bit. Like you said, when you showed me earlier, Erica kind of from the side, you know, yeah, it looks like she's been.
I noticed it yesterday, and then I showed him today. I was like, I'm getting skinnier.
And then she started doing different kind of like postures and stuff like.
Yeah, like look from this side. What about this?
Yeah, she was practicing her yoga moves, you know, her positions, as it were.
Oh, and you guys, Miss Cottywomple, she knows 100,000%, because don't think that she hasn't seen Angry Grandpa come out of Charlie a time or two.
Yeah, Miss Cottywomple has, you know, endured it a little bit herself, you know, and I apologize again. I would, you know, I've apologized before to her and stuff, you know, and I apologize again as well, you know. And
right.
You women, you know, you women are just like a very enduring breed.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't mean breed. I mean just like a creature, a very enduring creature, very long suffering.
But it's like even Rebecca knows, you know, I'll just kind of look at her and she'll look at me. We know to give you 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, you see something that excites you, and that whatever you were mad about is gone, and you're on this now. Like, hey.
And I usually apologize.
Yeah.
I usually apologize.
Give him an hour, and then he's all better, and we go on about our day.
You know, there's a. You know, it's almost like a 10-second flare of anger or
you totally
aggression.
Overdo it.
You know, drowned out by like a, you know, 45 minutes of like a depression and an embarrassment, you know what I mean? Like a self-loathing, almost like, man, fuck. You know what I mean? While still, you know, kind of like trying to fight with wanting to be right, you know, but
so we're working,
when I'm wrong, and I, you know.
Yeah, so we're working on trying to how to prevent that, how to talk about it.
Life's a garden, dig it.
Yeah.
I want to get Joe Dirt now. I want to watch Joe Dirt.
That is one we need for our collection.
That'll be a Thanksgiving movie. Oh, son-in-law soon. Anybody want to send me son-in-law before I buy it?
I've kind of had
son-in-law and Joe Dirt. It's going to be added to the Thanksgiving collection.
Yeah, I've kind of had to tell Charlie, listen, dude, you've got enough T-shirts and DVDs, or we just don't have space for them. You know, so
I got a couple of shipments of $10 or $6 T-shirts. You know.
Yeah.
And I ended up giving about half of those away. Our friend Tina. I don't know if you're watching right now, Tina, but
so now he's kind of asking for permissions to buy DVDs. Like, what's on the list? Joe Dirt, And there was another one.
Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law and Joe Dirt.
And I also want the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
The original.
Turtles.
That was the very first movie I've ever seen in theaters.
It's not just going through like Goodwill and be like, I'm taking this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, and then I'm like, I need another shelf.
Right. Well, I mean, I kind of like that physical media, and like I know I preach against like having stuff and shit, but like I would mention before, like this is almost like a nostalgic thing right here,
Right.
like I would talk about like back whenever we were younger and DVDs were the shit, and how we'd get together and like, well, we would fix up our collections, put all the best in the rows and stuff, and sometimes even movies we didn't like just because it made the collection look good.
Bigger.
They made it look good, made it look cooler or something. Like I'll never forget it. One time, me and Michael, we were I would always get like out in on the best deals with his ass because like I would hype something up so great. Like I got Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had Pulp Fiction, like a 2-disc set or whatever, and I ended up getting like fucking 10 movies off of his ass from it. 10 DVDs for that one, and I got a couple of really good ones out of like his top row. And next thing you know, he's in the, I was living in the camper behind him, and he would come to the house and then see my top row and it got him jealous of it, and what was it like Finding Neverland, freaking what was it? The Fighting Temptations, like some really corny ass ones, but because like they were so popular at the time, they really made the collection pop. With thinking about it now, and I was always like, getting over like a 2-for-1, a 3-for-1, because I'm like, man, this was popular right now. Everyone's digging it, everyone's buying it. I was the one tending to swindle on the DVD deal. Anyways, yeah, and so I was sitting here and I'll think and I'll reminisce. Just like The Wash, man. I don't know how many of you guys have seen The Wash or not. Believe it or not, guys, this is a Thanksgiving movie for me right here. The Wash. I swear to God, it's a Thanksgiving movie.
I believe you.
Back when we stayed out on Longleaf, I think it was probably back in 2003. Skylar was just born. Her mom had done left and went up to Texas for Thanksgiving with the family. Some new people that they met. Oh my God. And I'm staying with Dad and shit, and I'm drinking, and I'm, our relationship is strained. And I would actually hide out for like a week leading up to and past Thanksgiving, and I would tell Dad his turkey was dry and shit, and he would tell me to get the fuck out. And, nobody feed Charlie. And I don't know if Michael told y'all the story about me eating the pumpkin pie out the trash and stuff. Like I was literally starving for days, hungry, like getting a little bit here and there, like coming out at nighttime while they were asleep and sneaking and shit. And anyway, man, I had to stay hid out in the room, and The Wash was one of the DVDs that I had, and I would just sit there and watch that. And I think I had the Beavis and Butthead collection,
right,
and watch that on repeat. It's a very sad time, but
that's what I was just thinking. Why do you want to think about sad times?
I don't know, because like I had this and it comforted me, and it helped me get away. It's almost like weird, almost like Marilyn Manson, when I'm feeling bad or whatever, like why, or whatever, reminding, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, me and Dad would go on to have really, have better Thanksgivings, David Falls, thank you so much.
Thank you, David.
Just hope you guys are having a great day. We're having a fantastic day. We're getting along well. It's raining. It's been raining all day.
Had an amazing, awesome morning yesterday. Give us lots of stuff to look forward to. So we got our hopes up.
Yes,
and
hopes are
happy.
higher than they've ever been. Futures are looking very bright. Got a big pot of chili on the stove with 3 types of peppers and an onion thrown in that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Some cornbread cooling out right beside it. Some deviled food muffins.
What's good? I recommend Captain Crunch Berries. That seems to be what I smoke all the time. Sometimes I'll go in there and I'll be like, let me just try something different. And no matter what I get, I don't like it as much as I like the Crunch Berries.
Donna Marshall said he's drunk now. Congratulations. Enjoy, man. It's Saturday. Football, like there's nothing wrong with having, getting drunk if you can handle it. Have fun. More power to you, man.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's raining. I'll end up hitting, smoking me a little bowl or something in the rain,
mm-hmm.
and kicking back and relaxing, doing the same. Watching some Bly Manor. Jesse is hanging it out. Jesse is hanging it out. I was like, Jesse Van Hammer, Jesse's headed out. All right, Jesse, have a great night, man. We're actually not far from heading out ourselves. We're going to probably around 6 o'clock. we said that we were going to be on for about an hour. To kind of hang out, talk a little bit, and then go enjoy ourselves tonight too.
Yes,
we're into episode 3 now.
Carrie Bly Manor.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Maybe I'll get a foot massage.
Maybe not.
Yes, I will.
Oh man! All right, well, I guess that's one way of speaking her love language. Well, I got a love language you can talk too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, that was. You know what? I screwed it up, man. It's all about. So that was lost in translation right there. That's what I'm going to call that up on, too. So CK Jr. says he's up on episode 3 of Bly as well. He says, "What's up with the guy with the funky eyes?"
Is that the guy standing outside?
I call him Headlight Man. The
guy behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's
up with him. He's almost got eyes like my man right here, but they're all white. It's almost like headlights. It's like a shadow man. Yeah, it's almost like a shadow man with like headlights. And this girl's afraid of him, terrified of him. She sees him in the mirrors.
Yeah, I've pretty much I'm pretty much following it really good so far. So
perhaps that little boy and little girl are actually old.
Think about that. That little boy and that little girl are like old people trapped in little people's bodies because they act. At first, I was like, that little kid is creepy.
Yeah.
But he acts like a 56-year-old man. And then after I noticed that and I started paying attention to the little girl, I'm like, that little girl, the way she speaks and the way she acts and holds her body, those are old people in little kids' bodies. Spoiler alert. I don't know. I'm making assumptions.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, that's the good part right now. We're just guessing and we're into it,
Yeah.
Really good, So if you guys are into the paranormal, the unexplained, as it were, check out not only Bly Manor, but also Hill House, man. Hill House will scare the guts out of you, man.
It's the same thing, just season 1 and season 2.
It might scare a little bit of poop out of you. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was a very smart ending. I thought. So, reading up on the critics' reviews on this one, they say that it's a little more toned down, a little tamer than the Hill House was, but nevertheless, just as scary and smart, So, we'll see. Everyone has their own opinion, and so far so good. I like it.
Yes,
the girl wears some really weird denim MC Hammer pants.
It's in the 80s, so she's dressed a little funky.
This girl has an odd, dress about her, but everything about this place is odd. It was meant to look odd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, give that a shot, man. All you guys out there.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to go ahead and get off of here, man.
Oh,
Love you all. Yep. Donald Marshall.
Roy or I always say like it's spelled with an E.
Or.
You say every time I'm like Roy and he's like or.
Maybe you knew some ers.
Miss
Cotty Wample, thank you so much for joining us and holding it down. Trying to lobby for a new heater. We appreciate that.
I mean, what?
Heater or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, maybe I wasn't supposed to. I don't know. She was talking earlier about something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think that she said it, though. I think it's going to be a surprise to us.
Oh.
It might be a heater. She
Don,
might have said a heater.
Don Nelson, Kayla Dunlap, Simon Daw, D. Ray, Jasmine Dio. Have a great night there. Rebecca Spratling, Scott Johnson, Cotty Wample. She's laughing. She's like, 111 people are here watching with us, man. That was so awesome. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
It's a good number. Yeah, thank you so much, man. We love all of y'all and y'all's constant, positive support. It means a lot, and spread it. I try my best to pass that along, and it's because of you guys, and definitely going to work on this anger of mine and trying to learn Erica's love language, trying to find out which 5.
It's foot massage.
Maybe it's all of them. Well, I already know that. I gotta, yeah. I gotta work on how to speak that language. I'm just kind of rusty. It's not that I don't like speaking the language. It's not that I don't know how. It's that I don't like that.
You don't like. Yeah, touch isn't foot rubs.
Well, it's so crazy because, what I'm saying,
it goes deeper than that.
It's fun, man, because it's funny because I can sit there and play the Nintendo. I'm turning into you. I'm turning into a boomer. Playing my Nintendo.
See? Now you know where I'm coming from.
So I can play the PS4 for hours, you know, and I can give her a foot massage for 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what it is. So anyway, Finn says give her a damn foot massage. All right, I probably will have to. Jake from State Farm, thanks for watching. Ginger, thank you so much for the kind and wonderful, thoughtful gifts. May you and your husband have a great, wonderful, blessed weekend. And we love you guys. And we're definitely going to start trying to speak each other's love languages.
Yeah.
As it were, man. Yeah. You know, love is the word,
and
man.
Everything is good over here, and it's just getting better.
It is. It is really good. Really, really great. And it is going to get so much better. I might have me a damn truck this time next year, but I ain't talking about that right now, man. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, talk it up, and then not get it, you know. But anyways, man, all right, guys, we're bouncing out of here. Thank you all for watching, man. We love every single one of y'all.
Always, always.
And we'll see y'all tomorrow or at some point here in the near future. You know me, I love going live. Talk to you guys.
We got a vlog that we haven't showed. We can show you.
Oh, yeah, we did an abandoned school.
Yep.
If you want to see that.
Maybe we're going to make a vlog.
Give us a hell yeah or something. All right, guys, we're out
Hell
here.
Yeah.
Bye. Later. Ow!